Tonight, I would like to talk to you about something I've been noticing lately. I am not entirely sure I can explain it properly, but I'll try. Let's dive in. There is a particular smell I haven't been able to name. It's something like old wood and something like old fabric that's been sitting in the sun too long. There's something else in there too, but I can't quite place it. I don't encounter it often, but when I do, I'm somewhere else before I've even registered it. I am in a room I haven't stepped foot in for 20 years or more. A specific afternoon, a feeling I'd forgotten I was capable of having. It lasts about 3 seconds and then I'm back. Nothing else really does that. Not a song, not a photograph, or a voice. Those things remind you of the past, but a smell returns you to it, briefly, completely. It doesn't ask for permission. You are not just remembering the room, you're in it. The light is the same. That specific weight in your chest is the same. For just a second, time does something it isn't supposed to do. There's a reason for this, and it doesn't make it any less strange. I know that every other sense we have has to pass through layers in the brain before it reaches the parts responsible for memory and emotion. There's a kind of distance between what we experience and what we feel from it. But smell doesn't really do that in the same way. The olfactory system connects very directly to the parts of the brain that handle emotion and long-term memory. There's no real buffer, no delay. The smell arrives and the memory arrives with it, all at the same time, as one thing, which is why it doesn't feel like remembering. It feels like returning. And it's always so specific. It's never just rain, It's rain on a hot tarmac in late summer, outside a particular house, at a particular age. And it's never just coffee. It's the coffee from one specific kitchen, early in the morning, a version of life that doesn't exist anymore. The smell carries coordinates. It knows exactly where it's taking you. Most of our strongest smell memories form when we're young, back when the brain was still forming quickly and the world was still new for us. The smells of that time were encoded alongside feelings and people, and the atmosphere of ordinary days that felt like nothing at the time. You didn't know you were memorizing any of it. You were just living. And your brain was quietly keeping everything. It is strange how long these memories can stay dormant. You can go years, even decades, without thinking of a person or a chapter in your life. And then you walk past a bakery, or you open an old box, or you step into a room with a certain quality of air, and it's all just there, completely intact, like it never left. Psychologists call this involuntary memory, the kind that arrives uninvited and fully formed. It's fascinating how a simple taste or smell could unlock an entire lost world. Because memory isn't just stored in our minds, it's also scattered through the world itself, in objects, in places, in smells, waiting for the right moment to find you. Sometimes what comes back is warmth, grandparents' house, a childhood summer, a version of safety you didn't fully understand at the time. And for a moment you're held for something you thought you'd lost. Other times it's more complicated. A smell tied to a relationship that ended, a place you can't go back to. The memory is still there, but the world it belongs to is gone. And that distance between the memory and reality, that's where the ache lives. There is a particular grief in that, being returned somewhere you're not allowed to stay. We don't talk about this much. We talk about nostalgia in general terms, but not the specific strangeness of being ambushed by your own past in the middle of an ordinary day, standing in a supermarket aisle or a car park, suddenly somewhere else entirely, for reasons you can't really explain to anyone standing near you. It happens and then it passes. But something shifts. You're reminded that your past isn't as far away as it feels. It's just there, folded into the world, waiting for the right trigger. I think about all the smells that are forming right now, today, this week. Smells I have no idea will matter later. Some ordinary Tuesday is being encoded in my brain right alongside whatever I'm smelling at this moment. Years from now, something will catch me off guard, and I'll be back here, without even knowing why. We're always, without realizing it, building the archive that will ambush us later. There's something quietly moving about that. The brain, for all its complexity, is still faithfully keeping these small sensory records. It holds onto the smell of a kitchen, of a garden, or a person, long after everything else about that time has blurred. It's not trying to make you feel sad. It's not trying to make you feel happy. It's just keeping the record. I still don't know what that smell is. You know, the one with the old wood and sun-warmed fabric. I have never been able to place it exactly, but I know where it takes me. I know the feeling it carries. And I know that whoever I was in that room, something about it was worth keeping. I think that's enough. That's more than enough. I'll leave this here for now. I'll see you in the next one.